Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Nabo here, and today we are back with another tier list. Yeah, boy. Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Memories, characters, and Keyblades, not worlds, because they're all the same as the first game. If you want to see those, check out our last tier list we did. The only worlds that are new here is Twilight Town and Castle Oblivion. Raine, quick thoughts on Twilight Town and Castle Oblivion. Rank them.
What, like out of S, A, B, C, D?
Yeah.
I'd say Castle Oblivion is an S and Twilight Town's a B.
Twilight Town's a B.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would based on I would agree with your Twilight Town. Castle Oblivion, I do quite like Castle Oblivion. I think its aesthetics pretty cool. Yeah, okay, I'll agree with you. Yep. S and B.
Yay!
Cool. Those are the worlds done, everybody. Now let's go on to characters. Alright, so just so we're all on the same page, the way that me and Raine rank these are B is kind of more of a neutral, D being bad, S being good, no brainer. We are going to go through this. We both made our own tier lists separately, and now we are going to be doing them together without looking at what we did by ourselves, discussing, arguing, agreeing, whatever happens. All weapons are available to attack each other with. So, without a further ado, let's get into it.
So I could use the Keyblade bat? I could hit you with a Keyblade bat, is that what you're saying?
Yes. You can bludgeon me to death with a Keyblade bat.
I wouldn't say to death, just seriously maim or injure.
I mean, honestly, I'm just offended that you wouldn't commit to what you're doing and you only stop halfway through. Honestly,
well, I don't want you dead. You keep me entertained.
Oh, well then maybe you shouldn't bludgeon me. Alright. Anyways, starting with ya boy Ansem. I believe these are pretty much alphabetical. But anyways, starting with your boy Ansem. Thoughts, Raine? What are your thoughts on Ansem?
He's a big D boy.
He's a D?
He's a D. I don't like him one bit. It doesn't matter if he's good in the story. I don't like him.
I think how he is in the story is a huge factor on how we rank him. You don't agree? I think that's a part of his character. I think it defines a lot of these characters, their interaction in the story, not just who they are personally.
It does, but his motives and just so being evil make him a D. Why? Where would you
But what about his lines? What about his lines when he's like, "You meddlesome king"? It's amazing. I love it.
That was good.
And I think he's a really crucial part of the conflict that Riku has to deal with. I think he's a key part of Riku, even. It's something that's inside of Riku is him, and I don't know. I refuse to put him in D, first of all. I refuse to put him below a B.
Really?
I'll settle for a B with you. Like maybe more of a neutral state, but I don't know.
You're making your point. Without him, you wouldn't have Riku's story, even though he sucks ass. Hey, he sucks ass. He can go in an A.
Do you really think that, though?
I'm thinking about it, but more. I mean, his face just immediately makes me want to put him in a D. I don't like him, but he does propel the story, and I suppose, like, I don't like Loxine, so, I mean, but I don't think she's a D, so... Would you put him in an A? Is that where you'd put him?
I would put him in an A. I wouldn't put him S. I definitely don't think he's S, but I would put him in an A, because... But I'd be... we can put him in a B, because you clearly don't like him, so we'll do B. Alright, Axel is a D.
A.
Instant. Whoa,
no.
Whoa.
No, don't you dare.
No, we love Axel. We love Axel up in here. What do you like about Axel?
I like his wit.
He is witty. Yeah.
He had some good moments.
He can be I like his comments that he makes as well. He's quick-witted as you as you say.
Yeah.
And
He's also quite loyal, like to the organization. It seems.
That is true, despite the fact we don't really know what's happening with that. But he is loyal. It is apparent he's loyal. He has
loyal.
red spiky hair, and he rocks my colors of black and red. And there's a little bias there, but I don't care. I'm all for it.
Color.
So where do you put him? A tier?
A or an S. Like, I still think.
I say it's S tier, but
Yeah.
like I don't even question it. But okay. Anyways, moving on. Diz. We didn't get too much information on this boy.
No.
But we did get that he's Christopher Lee, so that's pretty cool. That helps him. What do you think? What do you think about him?
I don't have enough information about him. He's neutral ground, you know?
I would agree with that. So B?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of questions. I don't have any negative vibes. I don't have any particularly positive vibes. I suppose the only positive vibe I could think of is that he was helping Riku face his darkness. That was a pretty cool move. Kind of helped him with that. But I think, yeah, pretty neutral. Donald, D for Donald.
No.
Oh.
Why D for Donald? Why?
Well, here's the thing, is I don't know that I would put him at D 100% because there are moments that I don't completely despise Donald. So I'm okay having him in like a C tier, but I definitely don't see Donald above a B.
I didn't say I saw him above a B. I just don't think he's a D.
He's one of the worst characters. I hate him.
I'd say neither Donald or Goofy, you did a lot to propel the story in this game.
No, and I think it's important too, though, to also, like with Ansem, which is why I didn't want to put him in A, because what you think of the character itself, not just about the propelling of the story and their involvement there, is important too. So I know they didn't do too much in terms of the story there, but I don't necessarily want to like out them for that. They did kind of help keep Sora somewhat sane, I guess, with making promises to keep when they're losing these memories and they're like, what's going on? And they're like freaking out. Like they were able to kind of be like, hey, okay, let's chill this. Let's take it a step at a time, you know? We remember who we are. You won't forget who your true friends are and all that jazz, despite forgetting Kairi, but not important. But anyways, where would you put Donald?
I'd put him in a B, personally.
B.
But if you feel more of a C, I'm willing to accept that.
I hate Donald.
Would that be the same for a Goof?
No, I would put Goofy in A.
Explain.
Look, like I said, like I know I don't know if you're looking too much at the propelling of the story in this game, but I'm looking at just the character as well. And though Goofy can be a bit of a dutz at times, he doesn't aggravate me. So there's that. I'm cool putting him in B though.
He aggravates me a bit. So.
I think he aggravates you because Donald aggravates me, and so you want Goofy to be your aggravator.
No, that's not why. But okay.
So we're not children here. Is what you're saying?
No, we're not children. We're not children. We're not immature.
You like Donald, so I'm gonna hate Donald.
No, that's not what we do. We're more grown up than that. I just don't like how cheerful he is all the time. He just seems too positive.
I mean, you could say the same thing about Sora.
No, I can't. It's different. The different vibes there. Goofy's just a bit.
Is it because he's a Disney character? I completely respect if you hate him more because he's a Disney character, because I'm on the same boat as you.
I hate him a bit more because he's Goofy.
Oh, wow. Wow. Goofy, you gonna take that, bro? Okay, so where do you want to put him?
I don't put him in a B, but if you mean you want to put him in an A, don't you? So.
No, I'm cool putting him with a D. Or sorry, a B. Not a D. Not a D. I'm cool with a B. All right, Jiminy fucking Cricket. Where is he going?
D. D.
D. Okay, I'm cool with it.
D. He sucks.
I'm cool with it. He's just that annoying, like, almost like parenty figure. I'd be cool putting him in a C as well, but I'm on board with a D for him.
Yeah.
He's just like the guy who's you're really eager to do something. It might be a little bit riskier, but this guy is going to be the guy who's just like, dude, don't do that. But you're like, I want to have fun and live my life, and this guy's just like, no, and nagging you down all the time. But anyways, Kairi.
Precisely.
Hi, Kairi. You weren't really in this game, but you're a main character, so you had to be in here anyways. So
I mean, the idea of her was in the game.
This is true. She was a propelling factor for Sora, who then was replaced by Namine, but Riku remembered Kairi.
Yeah, she helped Riku, like, even if it wasn't her, the idea of her helped Riku quite a bit.
This is true. I don't know.
She didn't annoy me.
I know Kairi gets a bad rap, and I respect it. I don't hate Kairi. I definitely, especially when I was a kid, I loved Kairi. She was great. Now that I have more understanding of character arcs and all that kind of jazz, she's a bit shite, but it's fine. So where would you put her? B? It sounds like it's between a B or an A, if you have any positive vibes, or where'd you put her?
Personally, I don't mind seeing her in an A, but if you feel more of a B, I'm good with that as well. Because the idea of her worked very well. She's a good-ish character, but you know.
I feel like she's one of those characters that has a lot of potential, but doesn't always get that attention given to her.
Yeah.
You know what? Just to support Kairi, because I don't have too much beef with Kairi, I'll put her in A. I'll put her in A.
Awesome.
Larxene, S. Step on me, queen.
A.
Slay.
A.
Really? But she's
A.
such a good bad person.
Yeah, that's why she's an A. If she wasn't a good bad person, she'd be a D.
Okay. I don't think I'm gonna sway you on this one.
She's a great villain, but she's just too annoying to be an S.
With that energy, though.
Yeah, that's just your man-ness doing that.
Alright.
That's your sexual orientation.
Okay. You're calling out bias. Alright. Alright. What's this guy? Lexius, that's his name.
I'm not really bothered by him. I mean, he's sort of neutral, meh. He's okay.
C tier.
Yeah. you can put him in a C. I honestly don't care about this man.
I could put him in a D and I'd be fine with it. Well, we'll do C because you sound pretty neutral about it. So, and I'm cool putting him in a C. I don't have like massive beef with him, but I have a little bit.
Yeah.
Marluxia, I'm curious what your thoughts on him are.
He's a C. He's a really big letdown.
That is not what I was expecting.
What were you expecting?
I thought you would have kind of liked him. Like, I don't think he would have been an S, but like,
he's
maybe
okay.
An A. Really?
When he was like the cloaked nobody, he had the air of, okay, this guy's going to be important. This guy's going to be a good character, and he did like have that air. But then after the hood came down, right? He looks cool. Yeah, he's got vibes with his look, but he just sort of deflated.
Wow.
Like a cake baked wrong, he went saggy, and it wasn't good. He became generic almost to me. Like, oh, okay, big bad guy just wants to control the big bad thing. Right.
Yeah, I guess we didn't get like even too much about him individually as well, and it was something he had to ask me at the end of the game, like what was really his goal? Like he wanted Sora, but like, you know, to throw over the organization, but like why? Like what it was very vague.
He just didn't have a lot going on apart from get Sora, get organization. It doesn't have a story.
Just to play devil's advocate here, compared to what you're saying, something that I've heard in the Kingdom Hearts community is one of his features is that he's manipulative, which is a good feature of a bad guy, and specifically towards Naminé. And then he uses her to then manipulate other people. So his whole thing is manipulation, is what it comes down to.
Yeah, I can see that. He's just still very flat. Yeah.
You make a good argument. I agree with you. I'll say C. I know I put him higher than that. I can't remember exactly where I put him now, but I'm on board with that. I will say he was one that I was really contemplating between C, B, and A. It really depend for me anyways. It depended how you look at him. But
if you look at him from his manipulation side, he could be an A.
Yeah, and that is what I did when I ranked it, as I looked more at his manipulation. But I also have like the community that I know things about as well, so I know some of their input on stuff like that. So I have a little bit more information in my brain. Not to mention I know all the games, so there's that too. But I try my best to kind of negate what I know about the games when I do these rankings as best I can. But it's hard. There's always some level of bias. But yeah, so I think Steve's very good for him. Mickey Mouse. Where does your boy Mickey go?
I'm in between a B and an A. Because while we don't overly still know a lot about Mickey.
Yep.
He helped Riku a lot. He was good pals with Riku. He was there for him. You know?
Yeah, and I think I don't know that we can really call him neutral, because I think he did have such a big impact, and he actually had character in this game versus the last game we had. Yep. And I don't know, I think in this he gave very positive vibes, I think. Not S tier positive, but like still. Yeah, he was very helpful. He helped Riku a lot. He propelled the story. He was significant in the role. I think he's an A, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that I hate Disney characters, I'll put him in an A.
Yeah.
Naminé. I'm really curious on your thoughts of Naminé.
The more I think about it, like I would put her in an A. But like she's potentially maybe an S. Like okay. She's a very interesting character. I thought she was very similar to Riku in my brain. She had a conflicting story. Because she was lonely, so she did obviously Marluxia's bidding, but then she saw what was right. And
so you're kind of making a correlation between Marluxia being like Riku's Ansem, Marluxia's kind of Naminé's Ansem.
Yeah, that's how.
Did I say that right?
Yeah, that's how I'm seeing it. Like, he made her do something bad. She did it because she was hoping it would meet what she needed, or she thought she wanted.
Friendship, yeah.
A friendship, and then she realized that's not how you do that. It's not how it's gonna work.
That's actually a really interesting point that I haven't heard before, because it's almost like, in a way, she almost parallels Riku in a sense that Riku casts out all his friends to get darkness, where Naminé, she doesn't have darkness, but she's kind of doing the opposite, where she's doing to gain friends, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah, so that's why I'm thinking maybe she's an S tier. She's quite a good character.
Yeah, I really like Naminé. I think she's really cool and interesting. I would personally put her in S.
Go for it.
I really like her, and she's got some cool abilities and all that too.
she does.
And like you said, she's got an arc in this game. You can see the conflict happening in her, and then at a certain point, especially with Axel's help, she's able to kind of right her wrongs a little bit with Sora, and by the end of it, she can finally be like, "Hey, I'll fix your memories. You'll be good." Gave him the choice. Gave Riku a choice too. She also seems like she's smarter than she appears to be. You know, she looks like she's very like closed and quiet and all that kind of jazz, but she knows kind of what's going on, because she knew with Riku what he would choose. She kind of knows what's happening with the darkness and all that. Like, I don't know, she's cool.
Yeah.
But anyways, Replica Riku.
Oh, he makes my heart hurt.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. I'll speak to this one a little bit. He's a roller coaster for me. I think when I first experienced because I hadn't played the game before this point, but I experienced the cutscenes. I hated the fact that there was another Riku, because it's like, oh, this sucks. It's like, I just want one Riku. I don't need all this. It's just, it is confusing. It adds an extra layer of almost annoyance, and I didn't like it. However, now playing through the game and being able to see this stuff again and kind of understanding who he is as a character better and what he's going through, I actually respect him more as a character. And I got past like oh, this sucks because he's not real, he's fake or whatever. But they play with that very well, I think. And I think you feel something a little bit for him too, which is, I definitely did. I'm like, oh, that really sucks, you know? But what are your thoughts?
Well, like you, I didn't like him very much. He was very annoying and a bit like, well, this is just too much. But a lot like you again, his story evolves and you realize he's more than just a replica. He is a Riku and he is sad.
I mean, he's just trying to be his own person, you know? But
he just wanted to be real.
He was dealt cards that he didn't ask for, and here he is trying to find his own way to be his own person through all of it. And you see him struggle and even go to the point of essentially absorbing Zaxian to try to be his own person, and that didn't even work for him, and then he ends up dying. And it's like, it's just sad. Like there's not really good vibes with Replica Riku. He's just sad.
Yeah, but that doesn't have to be good vibes for him to be a good character.
Right. So where would you put him?
I'd make him an S. Let him join Nominee.
You would? Okay.
I would personally, but if you think he's lesser, then go for it.
No, I would not want to put him less than an A, that's for sure. But I would be cool putting him up to an S. Riku, D tier. Just straight away.
No. Yeah. Move that mouse.
I don't think we need too much explanation on that. He's an S. I don't think we need to discuss it too much.
No, we've discussed it a lot.
I mean, this game, I know we mentioned in the series that we did, but at the end, his character arc, especially in this game, not to even mention the first game where it's amazing to see it there too, but his almost acceptance of darkness here is just phenomenal. I mean, and every character he encountered once he did that was like, whoa, this guy, he can have light and dark. Like, who's that? It's actually an Ansem, Nominee, Replica Riku. Like, they all kind of brought it up, and it's like, yeah, he is dope. and it's awesome. It's something that our next boy here, Sora, he can't say the same for. They're just like, whoa, you got a Keyblade. Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the Sora. What are your thoughts on Sora?
I feel bad, but I'm gonna say I don't think he's an S tier.
Yeah.
I like that he kept a good theme, you know, going through Castle Oblivion, even though the memories weren't his own, he believed he knew Namine, and he believed helping her was the right thing to do. Even when he had that conflicting moment with Goofy and Donald, he still went for what he thought was right from what he remembered.
Right, yeah.
And I think that's admirable.
I think that's true that he kept true to his character through the whole thing, and I mean that's just who he is. And even though he's losing memories and he replaced with fake ones, who he is on the inside is still like carrying through. And so even though he finds out Namine has lied to him, he can't just be against her because he can understand that she wants friends, and she clearly states that that wasn't the way she wanted to go about it. Like she knows that isn't right, and all his memories are just fake and lies, but he doesn't care, and he goes for it anyways.
Yeah,
that's good boy Sora for you. And then he's a dumbass who keeps forgetting that he's in Castle Oblivion and losing his memories. Anyways,
the dumbassness makes him a D, but I think just generally overall he's an A.
Yeah, I agree with that. He's an A. I think his presence in the series is key, and with Kingdom Hearts being apparently huge on friendship is a huge thing. He is very much so the glue connecting a lot of these friendship things together. He's like, if there was a friendship god, it'd be Sora. It's him. All right, Vexen. What are your thoughts?
He was a bit like, that's not how you say that word. He was a bit like Marluxia in a way. He had a potential, like in my eyes. He could have been great, but he just sort of ended up being a little bit vexing, you know, annoying. Like, yeah, he had his experiments, but that was really his only thing. Tiny bit of a letdown.
I am gonna counter you on that, because first off, I think he's much better than Marluxia. I think he has a more defined character that we're able to see in this. Marluxia, I don't really know much about him. I still don't, other than he's manipulative, that's all I know. I don't know about much of him as a person from this game. And as for Vexen, he's clearly a man of science. The way he talks and the way he did stuff with the replica of Riku and whatnot. He also, which I think was kind of a redeeming feature, I don't know if you remember this, but when Sora beat up Vexen, didn't kill him, he's just like, Marluxia's gonna make you his pawn. Like, he's trying to stop him. He doesn't want Marluxia to get him as his pawn. So like, he's almost not like, in terms of bad guy, he's not actually, despite his looks, he's not the baddest bad guy. He's actually like, kind of, in some ways, was helping Sora there, like, or trying to anyways, and stopping him so he didn't become his pawn. And then that's when Axel steps in, and to prove his worth to Marluxia, then kills Vexen. But otherwise, I feel like him and Axel's objective almost aligned a little bit. Like, they were almost on the same side there, but the only reason why Axel stopped him was because he needed to get in with the traitors. So that's why he did that. But I don't know, I just think he had more interestingness than was first shown. And I think his sciencey aspect to it makes him a little bit better as well.
I see your argument. You've made a point that I didn't think of. I'd be willing to put him like an A. I don't think he's S still. Like, yeah,
I don't either. Yeah.
He's still not there, but you made a point. He may have a better character than Marluxia. Actually, definitely does. But
yeah, I don't, not for debate.
So yeah, if you want to put him at an A, we can put him there, or if you want to put him at B, wherever.
Where do you want to put him?
I'd put him at an A now that you've made your point.
Okay, I agree with that. Okay, Zexion, our last guy, our last organization member and character. What are your thoughts on the cloud-looking but different hair guy with books?
He's a hard one. I can't remember where I put him in my own list. I can't even remember my opinion of him. I think he's very confusing for me. I don't really have any strong likes or dislikes of him, or strong opinions in general.
His boss fight sucked. I have that opinion, but that's irrelevant in this ranking.
Yeah, I mean, what are your opinions of Zexion?
I completely get what you're saying, because I don't know that we I feel like I know more about Vexen, for example, than him. He's a little bit hard to place because I feel like our information on him is kind of lacking. Like, he's got a book. He seemed like he was smart, I guess. He seemed kind of aware of things a little bit better. I'm just trying to think to the fight he had with Riku at the end there, and kind of the things he said around there, where he was talking about his understanding of Riku being darkness, and he was an aspect of him basically overcoming it because he shrouded him in light, because he was posing as Sora at that point, and shrouded him in light, and then he came back from that and he's like, whoa, what happened? But I don't know that I guess maybe we can't really put him more than neutral, really.
No, I don't know a lot about him, so he'd be a B.
Yeah, I guess B. Oops, sorry. Not C for you. Alright, so I think this is kind of it. Anybody here that you're questioning with after our discussion, if anything?
No.
I think that's a pretty set list. Jiminy holding the rear, and Axel, Name, and the two Rikus. Imagine that even a fake Riku's better than most of the other characters. Yeah, no, I'm here for that. Okay, so now let's just jump to what we did individually, and we'll show that and see where it compares to this one. All right, everybody, here we are with Raine's tier list here, which actually looks... I guess those just look a little different than what we did. Okay, actually quite a bit different.
You changed my mind on some of the characters like Vexen, and then obviously Nalmane went up. And
yeah, your S tier stayed the same though, in terms of like the ones that you picked. Like none of those moved down, so that's good. Now when they moved up, Larxene stayed here, you're here, you're here. We had
Mickey
you
moved
go up, you moved down, you stayed. We moved him up to here, and he moved up to here as well. Or was he B? I think it was B.
Ansem was B, and then...
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yours isn't like way off. I like, there's nothing that I'm like, whoa, we need to talk about this. Like, it's pretty decent. I'm here for that. All right, and then mine here. Here's mine.
Can't believe you put Repliku in A. Can't believe you put Marluxia in A.
Well, like I said, I did it because of the manipulation thing, but I agree with you with him being C.
Okay, Marluxia isn't even my problem. Why is Jiminy even in a C? He's B and that's it.
No questions asked. Yeah, I feel like mine's more controversial than yours was. Larxene, of course, is S tier, and you'll be forever wrong, Raine.
Larxene's bias? No, that's just your mind's thinking for you. That's just...
maybe, but it doesn't matter. No, I mean, we agreed was down here, he was up here, she was down here. He shouldn't be, though.
Goofy was down.
Diz was fine. We moved her up, actually. I had her at B.
Yeah, and Vexen.
I feel like mine was more off than yours this time around.
Yep.
But anyways, let's now go back to the other thing and we'll do Keyblades. Okay, so here we are in the lovely dovely Keyblade department. So those of you who watch the series know that there was a lot of these Keyblades I attempted to get, but was unsuccessful to get. So there are a lot of Keyblades here that Raine and I, for that matter, had not previously seen. And we looked at it for the first time when ranking this tier list, which, like I said with the last one, we have our own ones that we did. And I'm very curious to see Raine's opinions because I have no idea what her opinions are on these yet. Very in the dark. Starting with the first one here. Your thoughts, Raine?
I really like that one. It's very spiky.
Which, you know what? Let me bring up here. I want to bring up the names because I want to make sure we have the names involved this time. I failed to do that last time. Now I got the names up. Okay, so this one is called Bond of Flame. Just so you're aware.
Cooler.
But you like it because it's spiky.
Yes. So
what I believe, and I contemplated looking up some of the origins of these Keyblades and why they're the thing, because I don't really know. This one I think is reminiscent of Axel. I think this is like an Axel-y Keyblade.
No wonder I like it so much. This is
like his chakrams, despite the fact that you don't even like his chakrams. You freak.
I like chakrams. I do use chakrams in like Kingdoms of Amalur. They just weren't the coolest weapon, but also at the same time I can't remember the other people's weapons and they seem pretty cool right now.
Well, yeah, Larxene had like the claws and stuff, but I don't know that at least that I could tell at first take here, at first glance, I don't think any of these other Keyblades were reminiscent of any of the other organization members. But either way, I mean, this one's a cool Keyblade.
Yes.
So I personally would put it in S tier.
So would I.
Myself. Okay. Boop. Easy mode. Axel. S tier. And just the Axel Keyblade. Alright, then we got the crab claws, what this one is.
See, I would have put this in an S tier, but I'm looking at it and I have trauma flashbacks to dun 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 dun. So I get rid of it. Get out of my sight. Put it where you will.
That's where I would put it.
That's fine. The Under the Sea world really pissed me off, and now that I'm staring at it, I'm like, dun 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 dun. Oh no, just go away.
I'm fine with it. It goes exactly where I want it then. Alright, Diamond Dust. Where'd you put
I'd put that in an A. I think it's a cool looking blade.
Yeah, this one is one that I know I struggled with the last time we ranked it. And I struggled again this time when I ranked it. But I think the fact that its aesthetic fits so well with what it is, it's kind of like icy to me, I guess. It's almost like an icy Keyblade. It's rigid. And it's one of the more unique looking ones. Like, it's not just the generic handle with a blade coming off of it. It's kind of like, it's jagged. It's got like a little spike coming here and there, and with a little, it looks like a snowflake to me at the top, which is why it looks so icy to me. No, yeah, I agree. That should be A tier. And now we got the Divine Rose, if I'm right. Yep, Divine Rose.
What's your opinions on the Divine Rose?
Well, I know you don't like my opinions on the Divine Rose.
That's because you don't like flowers.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting aesthetic from the fact that it's like a rose and stuff. I know I said this in the last tier ranking. I wish there was more of a thorn emphasis on the blade. Since it's a rose, I think thorns should be coming off it or something. I think it would be cooler then with maybe the rose at the handle, more or less. But it just doesn't do it for me, so it's a C for me.
Oof. Would you be willing to put it at a B? Just bargaining here.
Yeah, I'd put it at a B. Where would you put it though?
I'd put it in an S. I love that blade. Roses are my favorite flowers, so like.
Oh, are they? How generic of you.
Specifically English roses, but roses are all the same.
I didn't know there were different languages of roses. I'm kidding. I know what you mean by that. I like the Spanish rose. But anyways, next one. So this one here, just.
Sorry, I had to say it.
This one here, I don't know that. At least I didn't notice it in our playthrough. Apparently, this is one that Zexion can throw in your card thing as a fake. and using it like hurts you in some way. I don't know exactly. I didn't recognize it happening, but maybe that's just because I was so oblivious, and maybe that's why I sucked at the fight. I don't know. But either way, I put it at an A.
But it's so cool looking.
The reason why I put this one at an A is because this one exists.
Yeah, but I feel like they both can like be together. Could you imagine if Riku had both of them? Like,
if he dual, that would be sick if he dual wielded that sword. Like
exactly.
With each style, that would be cool. I think it would be really cool if they were both like opposites, like the inverse color scheme. Like I noticed with the eye here, like the eye is blue on the regular one and red on that one. And I think it'd be cool if they were just like the inverse, which is kind of how the Kingdom Key D, which is Sora's and Mickey's, reverse each other's colors. I think it'd be cool. But anyways, I just don't feel comfortable putting it in an S when this one exists.
Okay, we'll put it in an A then.
I'll put it on. It is really cool. It is really cool, but that one just, you know, it's just built different, as I say. This one, I'm a D tier for me personally.
Yeah, I don't like that one bit. It looks like it's gonna break.
Lame.
The flute-looking thing sucks.
Yeah, at the top. And it's called the Fairy Harp. I'm sorry I didn't give the name. That other one was just called the Dummy Card, because it was just a dummy card in the deck that Lexi would throw at you. But anyways, D tier. Okay. This one is called the Follow the Wind. What are your thoughts on this one?
I think it's cool looking. I'm not overly a fan of the like shape of the handle or like the head bit.
It looks almost like a pirate steering wheel to me.
I thought it looked like a gear, but then I have terrible eyesight.
That too. I mean, they're somewhat similar.
Yeah. I like the color theme of it. So maybe an A or a B, but like it's not the greatest.
I'm cool putting it at a B because I'm kind of on the same page. Like it's fine. I don't have any beef with it. It's maybe slightly more positive, but I don't think it's positive enough to really put it at A personally. Okay,
well, I'll go for a B.
Oh, I'll go B. Alright, so this one is called Hidden Dragon, I think. Yeah, Hidden Dragon. It look kind of like, to me, especially with knowing the name, that this is representing like fire at the tip of it. It's like two swirls of fire, or maybe it's just one swirl. I can't tell. It kind of gets cut off in the card there, but I don't know. It looks cool to me. I think it's better than the last one we just saw. What are your thoughts?
It is better than the last one we just saw. I'm not a fan of like the handle. Like, there's just something about it that looks off to me. I'm not sure what.
Okay.
But it definitely looks better than the last one. Where would you put it?
I would put it at A.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Kingdom Key. It would be a D if it wasn't nostalgic for me.
It's alright, just C.
You're cool with the C?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Moving on. Lucky Lady.
I don't
or
like
Lady
Queen
Luck, sorry.
I don't like the Queen of Hearts, and I'm not keen on that key.
I'm cool going D.
Go for it.
Alright, cool. I feel like you put that a little bit higher, if I remember right last time, but maybe that's something we should look at. Maybe we'll just do it at the end. We'll do the characters and we'll do that at the end or something. I don't know. Anyways, Lionheart.
I always like Lionheart aesthetics. It's not bad. Maybe a B. What do you think?
A B?
Yeah, I
go B.
B.
Go B. It's just, I just wish there was, like, it's got cool embroidery, I guess, but there's not like too much in colors going on. It's just very, I mean, it's just silver. That's really it. Then we got this little spiky saw-looking boy with spikes on the hilt. What do you think of this one?
I really like that one.
I really liked it too. This is one that I had a hard time placing between A and S. So where would you put it?
I'd put it in an S. I really love that one.
Okay.
Is it got blue? It's got blue in the handle, right? I'm not being crazy about that.
No blue.
It looks like blue.
Where do you see the blue?
Where like Sora would grip it. That looks blue to me, but
this is just where his hand goes through, so that's just the background blue there. This thing here is like a silver.
Well, that silver looks like a light blue to me. I don't know why, but either way, I love the aesthetic of it.
It's like the same. What is this color to you? It's the same as this.
That looks like white.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's these pictures are. It's hard to get high def pictures of these Keyblades when they're only shown as cards in the game.
Honestly, if that part of the handle is silver, it's even better. So
if that part's silver, it's gonna be a D. Blue just wouldn't make sense with the theme, anyways. That would be a little bit different.
I like
but
color. I like color clashes.
I'm cool putting it at C. I believe I put it at A. I think I ended up going with that, but
that's not C, but okay.
A. I meant A. Sorry, I've ended up putting it at A.
No, you said I'm cool with putting it in a C.
Oh yeah, well you know what I mean. It's fine. All right, what about? Wait, I didn't even say the name of that one. Maverick's Flare. Maverick Flare. That's the name of that one.
That's cool.
And this is Metal Chocobo. This was the Cloud Keyblade, basically.
Oh yeah.
So this one to me, it's similar to the Kingdom Key, but I think it's a little bit cooler. So I'm cool putting it at like a B, I would say, unless you think something else.
I personally would maybe go for a C, but I don't mind it at B. I'm not really bothered by that one. It's
okay.
You know.
And I just remember I liked too how thick this Keyblade was, which maybe that's a call to freaking Cloud's giant thick sword that he has. And I'm not talking about what's in his pants. No, but anyways.
Not his penis, but the Buster Sword.
Yes, exactly. And then we have this next one. What is this one? I don't even know what this one's called. Midnight Roar is what this one is.
I like that one. It looks like an axe to me. I don't know why.
It is a little axey. I would call this one kind of like an A tier.
Yeah, go for that.
Okay. This one here is called the Monochrome, I believe. Yeah, Monochrome. I like it. I think it's cool. I think it looks kind of like a piratey key to me.
I could see that.
I don't know. It's kind of thick, and I don't know why. Maybe was there like a key like Davy Jones' chess key or something that was kind of a thick key like that.
Davy Jones' chess key.
Yeah, in Pirates of the Caribbean. Davy, so where his heart was.
There was.
I just remember I got a toy chest and key at one point. It was probably like a freaking McDonald's Happy Meal or something like that. I don't but like, it was.
No, I can see what you mean.
Kind of. The top was a little different and only had like 2 pegs or whatever. But
yeah.
Anyways, where would you put this one?
I'd say maybe an A. I don't mind.
I like it. It looks much more unique than a lot of these other ones in here. It's a little bit different shape here of just being a straight circle versus like a lot of jaggedy edges like a lot of the other ones have. It's got a nice, like, I don't know, it's a thicker blade, I guess, here with a little spike. I don't know, it's cool. I'm here for it.
It's very cool.
Oathkeeper. Where would you put this one?
I'm not bothered by that one a lot. It's cool. That's for sure, but it's not one of the best. I mean, what's your thoughts on that one?
My thoughts are you need to put soap in your mouth and shut the fuck up. It's an awesome Keyblade. That's S tier to me, but
I wouldn't put it in an S tier. I'd accept an A, but
okay.
Now you know how I feel about the rose.
That was one of the ones we put in S tier last time. All right, Oblivion.
Remind me what one that is.
This one, Oblivion.
I always get mixed up between the icons for Oblivion and the Draxilian one looks pretty similar. I like Oblivion. It's cool.
How can you think they're so similar when you hate one a lot?
I've got terrible eyesight, but like, so when I look at the blade, I'm like, is that? And then
this one's the skeleton one.
This
one's...
I figured that out by the hilt.
Okay, so where would you put Oblivion?
It's a nice black medieval looking blade.
Medieval feels right, yeah.
I'd S it, but...
You would S it, okay. So you kept that one in S, but you moved that one down from S. In fact, you would have even put that one even lower than A.
I've changed my opinion. I'm not really a big fan of the blue aesthetics. It's not my thing, overly. But, yeah.
So this little bit of blue on the top here you don't like?
Yeah.
It's just a little light of blue. But you were fine with this being blue in the handle.
Because it had that orangey red with it. It's the color combination. That blue with like the yellowish from what I can see around it. I just don't really like it.
Kind of gold.
It looks like a weird toothpick.
So... Maybe you'd think those Keyblades were cooler if you knew the origins of them.
Maybe, but I don't think I'm allowed to know them.
Yeah, I don't think you're ready for that information yet, so... Not too far off, but I'll hold off on... We'll keep it an A for now. Despite that, I hate you. Olympia.
Olympia's just an old favorite. I like that one a lot. That's an S for me, but I don't know where you'd put it.
Once again, this is one that we had conflicting opinions about. I thought it was B. We thought it was S, and I think we kind of met middle ground at an A for this one.
Go for it.
Because I don't have any beef with it. Like, it's fine. I just don't think it's like crazy cool or anything like that. All right, then we got the one-winged angel.
I mean, there's nowhere else we can put that one. Well, you know where I'm gonna put that one. Come on.
That's so funny because that's not what you did last time.
I don't care.
I can't wait to look at. We're totally gonna look at your last Keyblade ranking that you did. This is so. So you put this in S now. You're saying?
I would. My opinions have changed. I love the.
You didn't even see it in this game. You're just looking at it again, and you're like, "Yeah, I like that one now." Yeah. Like nothing changed between the last time we did this ranking and this one for this Keyblade.
Yeah, it did. I saw how cool other aesthetics of the bread were, and I was like, you know what? That is a cool one. All
right, I'm gonna put an A. I will not put an S, but that's fine.
Oh god, the next one.
So this one's the photon something. What is it called? Photon debugger is what this one's called.
Okay.
So what is this, like a C tier, D tier for you then, I'm guessing?
I'd say a B or a C. I mean, it looks a bit like a baby rattle.
It's also really funny that you're talking about the blue thing, because I know that crab claw that's now D rank was S tier for you last time. Okay,
you know what also the crab claw has?
A crab?
It's got orange on it.
Yeah, I mean the Oathkeeper has yellow on it. I know it's not orange, but...
Yeah, but the yellow is the problem also.
So you don't like blue, like, in general?
It's not my favorite in the world. It's
but
okay.
You like water, and you want to do stuff with water. Like you're a marine biologist or whatever.
Yeah, because there's other colors around it. There's other things going on than just blue. And also, depending on the color of the sky, it could change. You know, if it's a gloomy day, it's more gray, you know?
With a tinge of blue, yep. Okay.
I just don't like the look of these blue Keyblades.
No, that's fine, that's fine. I just, want to clarify that. So where would you put this one?
I'd go for a C or a B.
Alright, we'll go B. I put it in an A. I kind of like the unique aesthetic of it a little bit. But I will say, this one was one I was really conflicted between a B and an A. And or maybe I even did leave it B. I don't know. This is one I was so conflicted about. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to list it below because it has more aestheticness going on compared to like the harp or this keyblade, even more than the metal chocobo. Like it still at least has some kind of design that's more unique to it. Then we got this one. What was it, Pumpkinhead or something?
Oof.
Pumpkinhead, yep.
Throw it in the bin. Get off the tier list.
Sorry, we're going to go see them. I'm not going to put it. I can't put that one D. I will say it's not the strongest keyblade, despite the fact that a lot of people really like that keyblade. Which, like, I don't hate it. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's like compared to some of these other options here. It's not like that great. But whatever. Anyways, this one is D tier. Moving on.
No.
S tier. As we discussed before with this one, we love that blade. It's just so cool. That's such a cool design. Spellbinder. I feel like this is like a D for you.
Then
maybe
you'd be surprised.
You like this one?
I don't mind that one. No.
You hated this one last time. Where would you put this one?
I'd maybe put it like a B or an A. I mean,
nice. I like this one. I was a little bit upset. It's an A. I didn't put it S, but I thought it was an A. Whoa.
You're very excited about this.
I don't know. I don't know what it is about this keyblade, but I really like the look and design of it. Especially where you grip it too. How it's like radial here, and I don't know what kind of embroidery is coming off on the angles there. I don't know. It's just really cool to me.
I personally really love the I don't want to say this word, but it's the only way I could describe it. The shaft up the blade head. Yeah.
I was avoiding it when I was talking about this thick shaft. Instead, I said the thick blade part of it.
No, but anyway, I
really wanted to say shaft. All right, sorry.
I like the gap between the shafts. Oh god.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I might as well go on. The head of the keyblade looks great.
Yeah. Don't take that out of context, anybody. All right, so this one was a Star Seeker. You don't like this one?
No.
Oh, I thought you would have liked this one.
Why?
I don't know. It's got like a wings looking like this coming off of it with stars. It's very like astral. I would call these probably angel wings in that regard because, you know, celestial or whatever. I don't know. I just think it's a cool design.
It's
definitely better than like the chocobo or like this one.
No, it's not. No,
or this one to me.
No, it's not.
Okay, so where would you put it?
I really dislike this one.
Like this
mainly like the blade part and stuff. I just don't like the shape of it.
Okay.
It's just, I would D it, but I don't think you'd put it at a D.
No, it's not S tier or anything, but I had it like more like an A tier. So that's gonna be a C or B. Then how much do you hate it?
I could B it. You can B it if you want. I mean,
okay.
It's like an indifferent hate.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Okay, then we got the 3 wishes.
Don't like it.
I don't like it. A D. All right, next. What is this one called? Total Eclipse.
Okay, Total Eclipse. The name makes it better because it looks like a great sword, which I love, and I really enjoy the like silver edging around the black. With the is that orange or yellow? Can't tell what color that is.
Looks like it kind of fades between the two a little bit.
Yeah, I really like that in the blade. It's so cool looking.
I like the reddishy orange like edging on the handle too. I think that's cool. So
that is cool.
So I'm guessing this is S tier for you. You seem to really like this one.
Yeah. This is my favorite, even over the Sephiroth one.
Which is so weird that you're so adamant about that one now. You should watch that other tier list back because that'll be so funny. All right.
Yeah, there's also been times for Sephiroth to influence my mind more since then. So.
Oh, okay. So this one here was, I put it more like A. But I was debating between A and S. This one was in a similar position as the Maverick one.
Okay.
But so I'm completely cool putting an S because that was one of my debating ones. All right, I really want to know your thoughts on this one. This one is called. Like this one is called the Two Become One.
I like that one.
Which is super interesting to me because what I understand from this Keyblade, I don't really know. There's probably some kind of place for this Keyblade. I have theories, but it's like, it's black and white pretty much is what this is. I see like a checkered pattern on the handle here. So it seems like the two become one. It's like, it's almost like a white Keyblade and a black Keyblade mixing together into one, and you get this dope thing. I love it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah. It's very cool.
I also think of it as if this one and this one had a baby, the Oathkeeper and the Oblivion had a baby, because this is like black, this is more of like a white one, just other than the top. Like this is the baby. And I like the other two. I would S that bad boy. I would fight you if you didn't want to. I really like that Keyblade a lot. Alright, then we got the Ultima Keyblade. Thoughts?
Oh, the name influences me, but I won't let it. I don't really have much of an opinion on that one.
Right, this is one that you fought me about a little bit. Not like hugely. I respected your thing, and I saw it. I think you put this S last time.
Did I?
And you moved me up to S. I don't think I had it in S.
I mean, clearly I'm more indifferent to it now.
Yeah.
I don't really mind.
We can put it in A. We'll put it in A. Because I'm not completely sold on it being S. So I'm cool being an A because I think things could go better with it, specifically with the coloring scheme myself, but anyways, yeah, A is cool. All right, and then we got the
sora, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that can go suck a D.
I once again will not. You stayed consistent on this one, but I will not. I'll put it in C.
I just like that one so much.
It's not because I think it's a cool Keyblade. I don't want to put it at the bottom just due to the fact that its style is unique. So it's not like just this Keyblade that slapped a crab onto the head of it, or this freaking dumb flute thing that looks pretty much like a regular Keyblade, or this one that slapped a heart on the end, or this one that just curved the end of the Keyblade. Like, it's not lame like these ones to me. And it's almost like some kind of pulley contraption thing, and it has its own aesthetic. So it looks weak and like it will break as soon as you swing it, but it's got a thing going on. So I'll leave it C.
Okay, there's one thing I want to say, by the way, before we even go looking at our tier lists. I know mine has changed dramatically, so let me explain myself.
Before you explain yourself, I just want to preface before you say what you're gonna say. She just did this before recording this. She just did this tier list before recording this. All right, go on, Raine.
I know that there are some very drastic changes, right, from mine, and I might have been a little too lenient with some of the keys on my one. Just let me explain myself before you freak out.
Okay.
Okay. I know I just did this. It's just been about an hour since I did this, and I'm sorry. Yep. It's just, don't at me too hard. I'm really sorry, okay? But I'm the most indecisive person in the world when it comes to aesthetics. My mind could change next month.
That has been very apparent with the fact that how many of your opinions changed from the first show you did of these Keyblades that carried over anyways.
I don't even remember the first tier list. Like what I did with the Keyblades.
Well, don't worry. We'll take a look at that here. All right. Anyways, guys, let's cut to our own individual ones and see the monstrosity that is Raine's. All right, everybody.
Don't even look.
This-
Just turn away.
this-
Smash your screen.
It's Raine's tier list. You have a lot of S tiers. Oh my god.
I loved some of them, but then I was like, oh yeah, I remember really liking that one. But then okay, I'm explaining myself. As we stared more and more, we've been staring at Keyblades for so long, I was like, why would I put that there? That's just not good. And you know what? Under the Sea can go fuck itself. So
God, you just had that in S.
I changed my mind
Hey, you
so
were
quickly.
consistent. You were consistent with the last time with that one. You thought that was S before, so you were consistent,
Yeah.
but then you backed out.
I changed my mind so quickly because as you were like doing the lists and I would see it and you were like preparing the next demo, I'd look at it and think, fucking Under the Sea.
Also, so there's some bias behind that Keyblade, is what you're telling me.
I just got really annoyed even watching. I like that episode, by the way, but like I have to watch it in increments because my god, that song drives me nuts.
Oh,
I can't
right.
enjoy that song anymore.
Yeah, well, it's fine. I never cared about Little Mermaid anyways, other than thinking Ariel was hot when I was younger. But now
And
she's
also-
underage, and I definitely don't think she's hot anymore. Okay, anyways, moving on.
I'd also like to defend myself quickly for one other thing.
Okay.
A lot of these Keyblades in S tier have the same color scheme or theme because I like that theme and color scheme. So shut up.
Yeah, I guess so. It seems like you like these ones are more like monochrome-ish. Like these
Yeah.
two, this one, other than the handle, really. Looks maybe like it's like dark blue, maybe like a dark navy blue mixed with black. I don't know. It's like maybe a slight tint of blue, but otherwise it's pretty much black. It's pretty monochrome.
There's a lot of oranges and reds.
Yeah. And there's this ugly thing. And this one. Well, but it has an orange crab.
The crab makes it better, but honestly, it can still go fuck itself.
Okay, cool. Let's look at this now. Okay, cool, consistent. We're gonna fine-tune, go through yours. This one we did A. You seem like you were less inclined to do S on that one though, but
No, I was like I like that Keyblade a lot, and honestly, you saying mentioning Davy Jones made me like it more. So
okay, cool. So you stand by that one. This one we put an A. S. I'm glad you put that one in S. I would have been very upset. S. Bogus. I can respect it. Bogus. I'm glad you put this in A at least. It sounded like you would put it even lower, but I'm happy you put it in A.
I don't know why I did.
And you
though.
put this one in A. Heck yeah!
I don't know why I did though.
No, you were
'Cause I
more
would-
sane when you did this one.
I think sitting
other
in the
than this.
dark and talking to you for hours has made me lose my mind.
You know what? I wouldn't put it past me to cause that. I agree with that. You know, this one isn't as atrocious as I thought. I'm glad you moved that one up. Now you like this one quite a bit, I guess. Or like, maybe you would have left it in the same location, but
I don't remember. where
you
I
like
put
the
it.
shaft, is what I recall.
Oh,
So,
something's
that
got a
one's
good
A.
shaft. You gotta commend it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you put this one neutral. Okay, cool.
Because that was like I didn't have much of an opinion, and then I realized it looked like a baby rattle. So
It does look like a baby rattle. That's just to make it all the much cooler. Okay, cool. This
Sora's
one
gonna
I can
curl up and
respect that.
cry when he gets defeated and suck on it.
Yeah. He'd have a hard... Well, he wouldn't suck on this baby rattle. He'd maybe
Well,
try
babies-
to, but I don't think he'd put his
babies
mouth
put
around the whole thing.
Babies put things in their mouths.
Yeah, but that's a big rattle. That has a big shaft on it, Raine.
You don't know how big Sora's mouth is.
You put this one here, which we had. This isn't as atrocious, you know? These were all pretty much consistent except this one, though. You put that one at C. We flopped these two around,
I
and you had
regret
this. You had this almost exactly how we had it, except these two were flipped. Okay. Well, actually, this one was down here, wasn't it? And this one was up here. So I lied. Whatever. Anyways. All right. So that's yours. That mine should be this one. Yeah. Here's mine. I was a much more A tier friendly guy, though I did move this one up here and this one.
I disagree with your placement of the Eclipse one. Strongly.
Well, like I said, this was something I was debating was between S and A on that one and this one, so that's why I was so willing to put it on S. But other than that, this one wasn't an S. This one wasn't an S. I don't think we put any other ones up in S, did we?
Your placement of the baby rattle physically annoys me.
Well, the fact that you call it a baby rattle now just makes me like it more, like I said. So now I really solidify my A placement.
The rose needs... I know you don't like flowers though, so I'm lenient.
Okay. I just thought these were pretty neutral, so I put those there. I know you don't like that one, but I think it's too far off. Shall we look at your tier list from last time we did this?
Oh god, I don't remember anything from this.
Let's do that real quick. All right, here's Raine's tier list from last time. She didn't even put this blade S tier, despite how much she fought for the blade that looks like this one to be S tier as well.
Oh god.
You did put this one A tier. Okay, you were consistent with that then. I thought you had. I think we ended up putting that together.
What's wrong with me?
I didn't even save the tier list we did together, so I don't even know what we did. We'd have to watch the video back, I guess. But I'll let you guys do that. You had these down here. You had this one was C. I know you didn't like that one before. Wait, you
know what? I blame the images.
B tier. You blame the images. I'm sorry. I worked with what I had.
No, it's not your fault. It's just the way the games color it, because I do not like the coloring on the spellcaster one here, but on the other, look, it's fine. My god, what is wrong with past me putting the one-winged angel there?
You put this one at B.
What's wrong with me?
Unacceptable.
No,
you had this one at B, but you moved this one up to S with me. What the heck, Raine? Are you just a yes sir kind of gal? Are you just
No, I've completely changed my mind, okay? Because looking at this now, under the C can go down to a D. The S tier can stay other than that. Olympia would move up, the Wonderland one would move down, as would the one next to the Wonderland one. Riku's would go up, Oathbreaker would go down.
You're gonna have to watch back the episode where we made this in together, the one that we did together. See your opinions there, because wow, we'll look at mine just for shits and giggles.
I'm gonna be screaming at my past self.
See, I had it A here. I know we talked and we moved this up to S together.
You had Sephiroth's one higher than I did.
Yeah, I kept consistent with it because I think it's cool. It's cooler than just a generic blade, so I moved it up here. This one you talked me into moving this one up. I think we moved this one up together as well. This stayed here, this stayed here, this stayed here. This one we moved up, I think, for you. This one stayed here. This one I kept here because I made the same point I made this time. This one we kept here because I didn't like it. This one I think we kept here. This one I think we moved down. This one I think we moved to C because you liked that one, maybe. But anyways, I had my priorities straight with S tier. The sword, totally.
It's like watching myself go increasingly mad. It's like I can look back at these tier lists and think, what the fuck?
Yeah. And here's the character one, just for funsies. So relate that, we had a lot more Disney characters in here, so a lot of these characters didn't carry over. Ansem was another one you didn't like here. But I talked you into moving up to A, I believe. This time I only moved it up to B. Mickey moved up to A because now he has a character. Good for him.
I love that Sephiroth only made an appearance and he's an A.
I can respect it. I can respect that. I think I talked you down to moving it to a B though when we did one together, but because you're like, yeah, it was biased, so then you moved it down.
See, he's my lock scene. That's the problem there.
And then here's this one. The only person I put in S was Riku.
No,
I didn't have anybody else be S tier.
I'd agree with that.
Sorry, Sora.
Yeah.
Alright, but anyways, guys, now that we've taken a dive into Raine's psyche of absolutely degrading proportions, we will now wrap this one up here and wrap up Chain of Memories for good, I guess. And then we're on to the next game, which will be revealed to Raine next weekend.
Yay!
So how about that? Yay, Raine. Okay, but thank you all so much for watching and joining us through the series. If you guys did that, if you guys just enjoyed this tier maker, hopefully, as I said, you enjoyed that. And you don't hate Raine for all of her opinions, or mine for that matter, but Raine has her bases covered a little bit because she put Keyblades in 3 different slots depending on which one you look at. So she's a little bit more covered in that regard. I'm not. I was a little bit more consistent. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.